Welcome back, everybody. We are picking up right where we left off, and into the battle bliss we go. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning or afternoon or evening, whenever it is when this video goes live. I do want to say that I don't really care for this area of the game. If you guys haven't noticed, it's too confusing, convoluted, and it's just messy. And yeah, anyway, let's get through it and see if we can't find some fun here. For your date, Valencia has exchanged her previous dress for an equally elegant outfit. The blood red hue of her new gown seems particularly fitting considering the activities of the arena. There you are, Draco. Let's hurry to the box reserved for distinguished guests. I'm determined not to let you enjoy the spectacle from any other seats. Your new dress is very elegant. And away we go. All right. I'm flattered that you notice such things, especially here in the arena where there's so many other sights to capture your attention. Speaking of which, the fight is about to start. A fierce battle unfolds in the arena. The bloody freak surges forward, launching into a brutal attack against the 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴. Desperately tries to resist the onslaught, but the bloody freak is relentless. He strikes one furious blow after another, showing no signs of exhaustion or fatigue as he bears down on his opponent. 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴 attempts to fight back against her enemy with quick, sudden attacks, but fails to find an opening. Her movements begin to slow, and her footsteps leave behind a crimson trail of blood. Alexia observes you closely. Her eyes sparkle with lively curiosity, and you are forced to turn your attention away from the fight. She asks, "Slavery is the cornerstone of our life in the abyss, and gladiator fighting are a popular source of entertainment. How are such shows perceived on your homeland of Golarion? What is your view on slavery?" Different lands and different nations have very different customs. Oh, maybe what's this one? What do you think of Alexia? She is too gentle, too placid, nothing at all like she used to behave in battle. No, when we fought one another, she was never meek or gentle. She was a flurry of rage and angry curses. This masquerade, these tricks of hers, seems very suspicious to me. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with this one still. Different lands and different nations have very different customs. It'd be difficult to speak for all of them on this matter. Indeed, I've heard that there are many different cultures on Golarion and that all of them have contradicting customs and traditions. I imagine the numerous clashes between these cultures are quite dramatic and provide an endless source of fascination for those who study them. Oh, don't be gloating now. You're not done. He's still standing. With a victorious growl, the bloody freak hurls himself recklessly at his rival, who appears to be exhausted from her wounds. However, 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴 was merely feigning weakness. She dodges at the last moment and strikes a resounding blow. Blood gushes from the demon's wound, and his growl of rage gives way to a howl of desperation. Alexia glances disinterestedly at the arena, then returns her attention to you. She's clearly more interested in the conversation than in watching the fight. Nevertheless, even Golarions who are not enslaved are often forced to fight by those in authority. Yet they still charge into battle with as much zeal as those gladiators down in the arena. So tell me, what gives them the motivation to fight? What do they hope to achieve? Those with honor will follow the orders of their sovereign and fight because it's their duty. Now I'm going to go with that one. To fight simply because something within your soul demands that you give your life for another. How incredibly strange and intriguing. Oh, it's like a dance party down there. She's all over the place. 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴, no longer putting up a pretense of weakness, advances against the bloody freak, dealing him several painful blows. She strikes with precision, drawing blood, but never delivering a fatal blow. The audience goes wild as 𝐂𝐚𝐨𝐫𝐭 toys with her opponent, and the smell of blood hangs heavy in the air. There's no doubt that the merciless symphony of violence being played out in the arena will soon reach its deadly crescendo. This reminds me of the scene with the snake guy in Game of Thrones, where he's all show and all pompous, and he's think he's got it. And I'm gonna bet that 𝐂𝐚𝐨𝐫𝐭 is gonna get crushed here in just a second. Let's find out. Called it. But the bloody freak isn't finished. He lets out a monstrous, bloodthirsty howl. It reverberates around the arena as he channels his powerful rage into one last brutal attack. He strikes as swift as lightning, and 𝐂𝐚𝐨𝐫𝐭's fury of blows is brought to a sudden halt. She sways slightly, then doubles over, as if embracing the blade that was just plunged through her body. Then, with another primal roar, the demon cuts her down, dispatching his weakened opponent with one powerful strike. But every warrior will meet their death eventually. How do Golarions face the end of their life? Are they scared of death? Do they despise it? Or do they welcome it as a friend? Why don't I have a Lich option here? I need a Lich option here. Come on, that is the perfect setup for that. Anyway, if you die, it just means that you were too stupid or lazy to avoid your own demise. Such a funny, witty phrase, so simple yet so thought-provoking. I'll remember that. All hail the winner. Hail the bloody freak. 𝐵𝐵sal raises her from her place and announces loudly, I want this bloodthirsty fighter to be my servant. From now on, he is my slave, and anyone insolent enough to object will face my wrath. Knowledge World, that's kind of a weak sauce version there. We can go with Diplomat. Outbid 𝐵𝐵sal for this gladiator. You'll wipe that smirk off her arrogant face. Let's do it. Oh, Valencia averts her gaze, but fails to hide her mischievous smile. What a positively delightful idea. I can't resist. Ah, what you do to me. You've discovered my weakness. Yeah, I doubt that very seriously. Only moments ago, 𝐵𝐵sal commanded the attention of the entire audience as she boasted about her power. However, when Valencia rises from her seat, all eyes turn toward the succubus. I dare to challenge the claim of the most esteemed 𝐵𝐵sal. I am touched by this fighter's tenacity. He has found a way to my heart, and I wish to make him my bodyguard. If anyone dares to argue against my right to make such a claim, they can say it to my face. The arena master glances cautiously at 𝐵𝐵sal. Then he turns to Valencia and gives her a respectful nod. The crowd erupts into jeers and shouts, clearly enjoying the public humiliation of Baphomet's daughter. 𝐵𝐵sal bellows and utters wild curses, and the sounds of her wrath shake the arena. But Valencia ignores her threats with a look of magnificent disdain and gives you a sly smile. This was so exciting. I've enjoyed our time together here at the arena. However, I can't resist the urge to appear with you somewhere in high society. I'm sure you wouldn't say no to attending a private reception with me at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. Shamira was preparing something special for a guest, and I'd very much like you to experience it with me. I shall wait for you at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. You really must come. I simply won't take no for an answer. She suddenly pauses as she's about to leave. She turns towards you with a look of gentle reproach. Oh, you should have reminded me. I nearly forgot. After such a wonderful time together, you must become a regular guest. I insist. Please accept this little gift as a reminder that the doors of my manor are always open to you. This coin is a key to the teleportation arch located in the upper city. I would not normally give something like this to my ordinary guests, but there's nothing ordinary about you, is there? We got Valexia's gold coin. Nice. Now maybe we can stop having to run through the damn town. Okay. So, on to other business. I've arranged to deal with the succubi. I'm glad to hear it. Your help in these matters is invaluable. Since I can't attend to them myself, I think you will find the reward for your assistance is quite generous. I've arranged a fight for you against a member of the Hindrian League. Please let me know as soon as you're ready. 720. Not bad. You haven't paid me enough. The deal with the succubi cost... No, I'm not going to say that. You have no idea how important this was. Thank you for your help. Alright, I'm ready to go. I hope you came prepared. The members of the Hindrian League are formidable opponents. 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿... We just killed 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿, or we just watched 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿 die. Has claimed the lives of over 100 of her opponents. She has also been slain in the arena on 3 separate occasions. However, she never stays dead. It's quite mysterious, but she always comes back to life. Ready to fight in the battle bliss once more? All right. At least he answered the question right as I was asking it. So, cool. Let's do this. All right. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Now he wants a place in the Hindrian League. This is Draco, the Mephit Slayer. The Hindrian League proudly presents its fighter. You all know her, you obsess over her, and you all fear her. We've enjoyed her hundreds of victories in the arena, and 3 times we've enjoyed her defeat and painful death. But every time she's come back from the dead, an artist of suffering, 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿 thrice killed. We're going to change it to, what's after thrice? 4? Yeah, 4 times killed. I'll cut your eyes faster than you can blink. The winner of this fight will be granted membership in the Hindrian League, and the other will die. Or in the case of 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐿, not die. We'll have to find out. Fighters, commence battle! As soon as you give me control. Come on. There we go. All right. So let's start with this.
Save the last one for me.
Perfect. Oh shit, she's paralyzed. How did they all get paralyzed? Is he paralyzed too? Yes. All right, so he's not paralyzed. All right, let's do this.
Burn, slice, behead.
What the hell?
Retreat is not an option. Out of my sight.
The hell are you guys doing over here?
None shall escape.
Yeah, Ember, that's a smart move. What the hell? Oh, shit. Wow, we should have healed before we did this, huh?
Is all of this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
Fun. Oh, Jesus. Paralyzed again? Oh, stunned and paralyzed. Perfect. Would you get the hell... What the hell is going on with him? He is nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with the horse either. Oh, we got her? Wow. Don't know how that happened. Ermangalith. Behold, the newest member of the 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐼 League. He's invincible, bloodthirsty, violent, and cunning. Oh, yeah, totally invincible. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see I don't have the camera on, but yeah. Anyway, it's Draco, the Method Slayer, glory and death. The crowd goes wild. Demons climb over one another, trying to get a better look at you. The roar of the spectators grows so loud you can feel it in your bones. The audience is utterly enthralled. They look at you in wonder and worship you as if you're a god. Glory and death, that is the battle cry of doomed madmen. How many times have I heard it? How many times have I shouted it while standing in the arena? I run from what I've done. I run as fast as I can, but even the smallest thing can remind me of my past. Then it all comes flooding back, and I remember all the terrible things I've done. Get out of here. You used to be a gladiator on top of everything else. You had your finger in all sorts of pies, didn't you? Yes, I did a lot of horrible things, and when I think about who I used to be, I feel ashamed. I'm not proud of my past. Oh, please. I'm sure it wasn't as bad as you think. I'm not saying you were a saint, but I doubt you were truly that horrible. I killed, I maimed, I tormented bodies and souls. I plunged them into the darkness of despair, and then I did it again and again. What is this? You swine, you pieces of shit, come down here, I'll kill you all, I'll crush you, I'll tear you to shreds. That would certainly balance out the lawful action that I did earlier. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that one. The crowd roars its approval. The screams of the audience shake the arena, and the battle bliss trembles with the noise of their stomping feet. They pump their fists excitedly and yell in unison, Method Slayer! This gladiator is no longer an unknown fighter, a loner without a place to belong. For his valor and courage, Draco will receive a collar of the 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐼 League. From now on, he is the precious property of the Battle Bliss. I am pleased to tell you that I've personally taken this worthy warrior under my wing. Look out, champ. Pat you on the shoulder again, and as he does, the world around you fades to black. See, that collar just cut us off from the hand of the inheritor. Hey, that's enough fooling around. You have more methods to defeat. Looms over you, the arena's master mass of bloated torso wriggles wildly as he bursts into a fit of maniacal laughter. As the champion howls in amusement, you realize your neck feels stiff. You reach up a hand and discover you're now wearing a jewel-studded metal collar. I've let you down, champion. That fiend has taken you captive, and I was unable to stop him. I could not perceive his motives through the veil of insanity that shrouds his damaged mind. I knew we were in the abyss, a place where you can't even trust your own shadow, but I failed to be vigilant. Well, what's done is done. Stay strong. We'll find a way to free you. I expect an explanation. What did you expect? You were so desperate to join the 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐼 League. Now you're a member. Did you think I'd let you wander around Alucionera and risk your ass out on the streets? Well, think again. I don't want anyone to slit your throat and leave you bleeding to death in some back alley. A death without any spectators? Absolutely not. Now, or no, when you die, the crowds will be screaming from the stands. That's a promise. Champion points to the collar with a smile. Please accept this small gift with my compliments. It will guarantee your safety. This collar will make sure you do not leave the Battle Bliss. I don't want you out looking for trouble on the streets. It will also prevent you from picking fights with other gladiators outside the scheduled fight times. It would be so wasteful if you started killing one another outside the arena. The crowds would miss out on all the action. No, there will be time and place for fighting, but here you can experience other kinds of entertainment. You'll enjoy all the pleasures accorded to a new star in the arena. The best food and drink, the most passionate succubi, and throngs of adoring fans. You'll love being my property, I promise. course, I'm a very reasonable person. Where are my companions? Your companions? Ah, yes, there was a group of Golarions who came looking for you, but I gave the guards strict orders to keep them away. Are they your slaves? Forget about them. You don't need them anymore. I own the best slaves in Illusionera, and they're all at your disposal. It won't work. Of course you will, but it won't happen the way you imagine. The crowd wants to see Gelderfang tear you apart. They simply cannot wait for that to happen. And who am I to deny them? If I ignore their desires, they will storm the arena. Yes, soon. You will take your last stand in the arena. When the champion is done with you, you'll be truly free. Of course, you'll be dead, but your spirit will live on. No one will ever forget the ambitious newcomer who almost defeated the champion. This collar reminds me of the seal we broke back in Dresden. If I try to break it here, its powers will be unleashed and the collar will likely kill you. I don't want to take that risk, at least not right now. Let's only consider that option as a last resort. For now, you should try to stay calm, be vigilant, and look for opportunities to escape. I'm certain you will find a way to get free. Not everyone seems to like the way you run the arena. Oh, please don't start spouting all that rubbish about fair fights. What does that even mean? One of the opponents is always stronger than the other. That's the whole point. After all, the fights are supposed to be entertaining. The spectators came here to watch the strong triumph over the weak. They want to enjoy the taste of victory without ever leaving their seat. The arena is a theater of violence, a deadly circus, but it's not a fighting pit. After all, fights always follow one of two narratives. Either the monster prevails over its helpless victim, or the invincible hero chops off the monster's head. The outcome of every fight is predetermined, and its narrative depends on what the spectators want to see. Some fighters are crowd favorites. The audience cheers them on with whistles and shouts of encouragement, and of course there are other fighters that they despise. The crowds jeer them from the stands. Why would anyone want to change all of that? It would ruin the show. The audience wants a performance, not a competition match between two professional gladiators. What's the point of a fight without any drama? You might as well just flip a coin to decide who wins. Nobody wants fair fights except for 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿. The audience likes things the way they are, but 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 handles the betting tables, and they haven't been very profitable. Of course, under my management, the arena makes money in other ways, but that's not enough for him. He wants to turn my magnificent theater of violence into a stupid slaughterhouse. I think we're done here. Get some rest and restore your strength. The healer will mend your wounds, and 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 will take care of your other needs. Oh, now we have a conversation with Woljeff. Great. What did that say? The Herald senses? The Herald senses that one of the commander's champions requires help. The commander must go to the Nexus to find out what's happening. Yeah, wonderful. All right. 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿. Thought I had convinced 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 not to take you captive, but clearly I was wrong. He's a raving lunatic and constantly changing his decisions. You should direct your anger toward him. Did you know I was walking into a trap? I didn't know for sure, but I did have my suspicions. All the members of the Nahindrian League are considered 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸's property, and since gladiators are valuable assets, they're not allowed to leave the arena. All of the elite fighters at the Battle Bliss wear those collars. However, I did suggest to 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 that he should make an exception in your case. I told him that he should allow you to remain free. I thought I had managed to convince him, but clearly I was wrong. Why am I being forced to wear the collar? These collars are worn by all the members of the Nahindrian League. You won't be able to leave the arena, and if you try to escape, the collar will immediately teleport you back to the Battle Bliss. If you try to hurt 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 or harm his property while wearing the collar, it'll transfer you to a safe and quiet place where you can calm down. Of course, the collar can be removed when you enter the arena. This is the only time members of the Nahindrian League are allowed to fight one another. 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 doesn't want his precious property damaged outside the arena, and there's no such restrictions once his fighters are inside. As long as there's screaming crowds in the stands, the gladiators can do whatever they want to one another. Did you hear that, champion? We'll take off the collar when you fight. As soon as you enter the arena, you'll be free and unfettered. You can do whatever you want. No shit. A lot of gladiators believe that they're invincible, that they're so confident in their abilities they'll challenge anyone to a fight. Before our gladiators had collars, they used to strut around the streets in Aleutianera and pick fights with dangerous opponents. We lost a number of good fighters that way. Even worse, they would fight amongst themselves and kill or maim one another outside the arena without any spectators to watch. That's why I had the idea to create these collars. However, Mangalith stole my idea and took all the credit for it. All right. Where are we resting? Old 𝐂𝐴Tslim, young 𝐴Tslim. Okay, this might be interesting. 𝐴Tslim sits in front of you, looking very much alive despite her recent death in the arena. However, she's not alone. Two other figures sit beside her. The first is an elderly woman with a wrinkled face. Despite her age, she still remains some of the grace and vigor of youth. The second is a very young girl who has only just passed from childhood to adolescence. Upon closer inspection, you realize that both of these figures look like 𝐴Tslim. They all share the same face. Ah, here comes our killer. We hope you enjoyed that sweet taste of victory. The old woman who looks like 𝐴Tslim added in a stern voice, but we won't forget what you've done to us. It hurt us very much. Be glad that we're not vindictive. Well, not normally. How did you survive? We are a Fae of the first world, a triune being with joint thoughts and feelings. When two of us fight in the arena, the third one observes, hidden by magic. This way, one of us will stay alive even if the others die. Then when morning comes, we will return to our triune form. I see. That's why people dislike the Fae so much. You never know what to expect from us, even when we're dead. How to create copies of yourself. How'd you like to help me kill 𝐿𝐷𝐴RFang in the arena? You wish to betray Mangalith and kill his champion? That's an ambitious plan. For some reason, you've decided to seek our help. You killed us, but that's not stopped you from paying us a visit. It's very unusual. Yes, you've intrigued us. Now, you must persuade us. We want to hear more about this cunning treachery. How exciting. I'll give you a reward that is better than anything Mangalith could offer. But you only reward us once. Mangalith can reward us 1,000 times. He rewards us for every enemy we kill and gives us 100 times the amount of whenever one of us dies. It's not profitable for us to betray him. The Fae secret we won't tell you. We are not one, we are not three, we are a triune entity. That's why we are accustomed to speaking. From the first world, proud scout of the wild hunt. It's Absalom's job to track down the prey and flush them from hiding. After a good chase, there would be feasts, and 𝐴Tslim always took a bottle of spice wine to the monarch of the hunt. During one of the feasts, 𝐴Tslim infuriated the monarch when she mixed up 2 bottles of wine. She brought him young wine, fragrant and smelling of spring, but he asked for aged wine that tasted of oak, a wine that would leave the bitterness of regret on the tongue and make the soul weep. The monarch said, "Don't you know the difference between young and old, 𝐴Tslim?" No? Well, I'll show you. And he banished 𝐴Tslim from the first world. But the Fae used to be a good servant, so at the last moment the monarch relented. To help 𝐴Tslim overcome her pathetic stupidity, the monarch taught her a special spell, and ordered her to cast the spell on herself every morning. The spell made 𝐴Tslim a triune being and helped her understand the difference between vibrant youth and the gray hairs of old age. And now 𝐴Tslim has grown wise. We have become very wise, and the time is near for the monarch will summon us back to the wild hunt. We'll be riding again with our brothers and sisters. We'll drink and laugh, and no one will say, "Ha ha, 𝐴Tslim's so foolish. She doesn't even know the difference between young and old ever again." Okay. Would like to get some.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh, we can just come in here. Dire one. Who are you? Trevor. Are you Trevor Vanek, Social's brother? Social, yes, he is my brother. You his friend? My friend too, then. Can you understand me? Examine the slave sword and helmet. Moves with surprising speed as you reach for the items. Not yours, go away. Gotta go. Okay, that was short and not sweet at all.